Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. Well, you all like to eat pizza and burger, most probably. Now, let me ask you one question. Can you tell me how much you are satisfied from each of these items? Come on, go ahead. Probably you can tell which one you like more, but it is very much difficult to express how you like one item over the other. Or, in other words, we can say that we cannot quantitatively measure the satisfaction between the pizza and the burger. Friends, to overcome such kinds of issues, our economists came with the concept of utility. With all that said, let's get started. Now, the very first question arises that what do you understand by utility? Let me tell you, utility is a want satisfying power of a commodity. Here, commodity refers to a thing or a service, and it is the satisfaction. It may be actual or expected or derived from the consumption of a commodity. And friends, utility differs from person to person, place to place, and time to time. Or, in other words, we can say that utility is the ability of a good to satisfy a need. See, there are different types of commodities available in our economy, and each and every commodity has the power to satisfy human wants, which is called utility. Now, let us learn some key features of utility. The very first feature is utility is a subjective concept. Yes, that means different persons derive different utility from the same commodity. For example, let us take the commodity ice cream. Some may like the ice cream and derive a very high utility by consuming it, and some may dislike ice cream and does not derive any utility by consuming it. The second feature of utility is different from usefulness. Some commodities are not useful at all. In fact, they can harm our physical health. For example, alcohol and weed. But these commodities may still provide utility to some of the peoples. The, the third feature of utility is abstract. It is abstract in a sense as it cannot be seen or touched or felt. For example, teaching of a teacher or advice of a lawyer can neither be seen nor touched, hence, utility is abstract. Last, friends, there are no standard units available to measure utility, so the economists derived an imaginary measure known as util. Now let's talk about types of utility. The very first type is total utility. Friends, let us go through an example to understand this. Suppose on regular days you eat 4 chapati in your lunch to fill your stomach. Friends, after consuming all the chapatis, you will obtain total satisfaction, or the total satisfaction obtained from the consumption of all possible units of commodity will be referred as total utility. I hope this point is very much clear to you. Now, the second type of utility is marginal utility. Now, going through the above example again, on some special day, your mother cooked your favorite sabji. So, what will you do? You will opt for 2 more chapatis. That means today you are eating 6 chapatis. Hence, you will get some additional satisfaction, or the additional utility derived from the consumption of one more unit of the given commodity will be referred as marginal utility. So, the next topic in today's class is sales. Friends, you all might have heard this word sales in your day to day life. So, you might be wondering what is sales? The easiest way to understand sale is just go to a shopkeeper and ask for anything which you require. Shopkeeper will give you the required product, and in return you will pay an appropriate amount to shopkeeper. See, the transaction happened between you and the shopkeeper will be known as sale. Now let's go through the definition. A sale is a transaction between two or more parties, typically a buyer and a seller, in which goods or services are exchanged for money or other assets. Friends, in financial market, a sale is an agreement between a buyer and a seller regarding the price of a security. And one more important thing, if an item or a service is transferred by one party to another without no compensation, then my friend, that transaction will not be considered as sale. Rather, it will be considered as a gift or a donation. Now, let's see how sale works. Friends, a sale determines that the seller provides the buyer with a good or service in exchange for a specific amount of money or specified assets. Here friends, you can see assets means some important paperwork or some important documents or any other important belongings. Okay. Now the next point is, to complete a sale, both the buyer and the seller have to be considered to be competent enough to make the transactions. Here competent means skilled enough. If the buyer and seller are not skilled enough, then they will not be able to complete the transaction. Next point is, they also have to be in agreement regarding the specific term of sale. In addition, the good or service that is offered has to actually be available to purchase. See friends, sales means sell whatever there is in stock. You cannot sell anything which is not in stock. So availability of product is very much important, and the seller has to have the authority to transfer the item or service to the buyer, which means the seller who is selling the product to the buyer must have the authority to sell and to transfer that product to the buyer. Well, that's it for today, and if you like my work, then do give the thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel for the further more videos. Thank you.